welcome to Spencer. I'm Sven with your reading today. I hope that you're all doing well and good, regardless of the time of day. I hope that you're having a very great one. So today's reading is about who you were in a past life. Some people don't really find these readings beneficial or of use, but I think that in rare cases and instances where you do resonate or you have a memory of a past life, it does help you navigate this life that you are living right now. So this reading might appeal to people who are actually into that kind of stuff, especially if you're into your birth chart as well and understanding how that works. And you may find this reading like something that you're interested in. And if you are and it resonates, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And without wasting your time, let's get into it. I will see you at your pile. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Messenger of Water or the Knight of Cups. I really apologize for the lighting. I hope it's not too bad. Excuse me. I hope it's not too bad. I don't usually record my videos at night, but I haven't really been having the time to do it during the day. So, today your reading is who you were in a past life. And when I was shuffling the deck and I was choosing cards that you would be attracted to, I was doing it with the intention of connecting to who you are right now. So this card represents who you are right now in this life. And understand what I mean by right now. It's because what I mean by that, it's people change, energies change and shift all the time. So this resonates to where you are right now in your life and who you are right now. All right. And you may be drawn to other paths as well that may have the same traits or characteristics to either who you are or who you will become or who you were in the past in this life. So we have the Knight of Cups or the Messenger of Water. And what I'm picking up on is you are a very intuitive person. Okay, let me hold this in my hand. I feel that you are a very intuitive person and you're connected to your intuition as well. You may feel a connection to the universe as well. I don't know why this makes me think of the golden ratio. I don't know. But you may feel a connection to the universe and animals, or just the universe in all itself, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, everything. Some of you could be very good at connecting with animals and understanding them. And you know how to pick up when, intuitively, you know how to pick up when an animal is hurt or is not feeling well. So some of you could actually be, could work at a vet. You could be vets, okay? Some of you could even train horses. I'm picking up, or you have a horse. I don't know why I heard Navy SEAL, but some of you could resonate to that. So the kind of person that you are in this life, I'm feeling that you're very adventurous, okay? You do not know how, not necessarily you don't know how to, but you love exploring. You're very curious about, see how she, well, she does look like she lives under the ocean, but she seems so curious and interested in the seahorse. And I feel like you're that type of person. You find adventure in almost everything, or you try to create adventure in your life. So you seek adventure, or you just know how to create it as well. I feel like you even own your throne for some reason. I don't feel like you're the type of person who enjoys being told what to do. You really love taking charge of your life in every aspect of it as well. I get that you're really good at change, as in transformation. You could literally go through a tower moment 1 minute and the next you're just glowing. I heard that you're really quick to get on your feet. You're light on your feet as well, so you could be really good dancers as well. Maybe it's ballroom dancing. Some of you are contemporary is what I'm hearing. Okay, I'm picking up on a lot of creative energy from this pile. Some of you could be therapists, licensed therapists. I just heard licensed therapists, so maybe you just recently got your license. I heard speech therapy as well. like I said, you just have this, you have this innate ability within you to help others and connect. Like I said, you have a connection to the universe as well, and so you know how to understand people, and you know what they need and how to give it to them. Some of you could be into politics or are mayors. I don't know why I keep hearing that special ops. So if this doesn't resonate with you right now, maybe that's just coming through from a different life. Okay, so I'm gonna divide this deck into two because it's huge, and let me try and get more into who you are right now so that you know for sure that this is your reading. Okay. Divine Spirit, who is power one in this life? Who is power one in this life? Who is power one in this life, Divine Spirit? Who is power one? I heard some of you are loners, but you love to give. So you may like your space, but you know how to make time for community or family, okay? You may have a dog. So cliche, everyone has a dog, but that's what I'm picking up on. And it could really mean a lot to you. I'm picking up on a golden retriever, and you may see this dog as a best friend. It doesn't have to be a golden retriever, but maybe you see a dog as a best friend. Some of you may even have a pug. Or it could be just the energy of the vet that I'm picking up on. I heard horse tranquilizer again, so you may really be a part of something that has to do with horses. Divine Spirit, who is power one in this life? Who is power one in this life, Divine Spirit? Thank you. Can I get two more? Who is power one in this life? Who is power one in this life, Divine Spirit? Who is power one in this life? I'm going to try to keep the reading short. Divine Spirit, who is power one in this life? Can you please just get two more? Who is power one in this life? Who is power one in this life, Divine Spirit? Can I please get two more? Alright. Who is power one in this life, Divine Spirit? Thank you. So we have the Justice card with the number 11. Again, like I said, you are very connected to the universe and may have a sense of pride or a feeling that you may feel that you are here with a purpose to create justice and bring change. I'm really sorry. I just need to adjust myself here. You may feel that you're here with a sense of purpose and to create change in this world. You're here with a mission, is what I'm hearing. I heard Heaven Sent by Keisha Cole. Then we have the Seven of Water, or the Seven of Cups. And we have the Three of Cups, or the Three of Water. You're very giving. And like I said, even if you are a loner, you know how to take time out from that lone wolf space and connect to others and give as you do so. Then we have the King of Earth, the King of Pentacles. Picking up that you are very observant and also you don't play with your money. You could be the type of person who has or lives on a budget, not because you have to. Like you could literally be rich and still want to live on a budget because you want to maintain a certain lifestyle, or you're not really interested in showing off or putting out for the world. Then we have the Eight of Fire, or the Eight of Wands. So yeah, I am picking up that you are the type of person who likes to, you are adventurous, that's coming through, but also you're the type of person who likes to be alone, and in their solitude you usually come up, that's where you usually come up with ideas, I feel. So you enjoy taking time away from the world or social media or whatever, because it sparks something within you. It always sparks something within you. when you take time away, I feel that it's not only just to heal, but because ideas come naturally to you. I feel like you're a giving person as well. And you're just always giving, especially to animals. People may even see you as a chameleon. I feel that you know how to blend in, because you know people can resonate with you because you know how to can relate to you, yeah, because you know how to blend in and be not necessarily what people want you to be, but you know how to help others find comfort in your presence. Um, I get that you wouldn't want anyone to feel uncomfortable around you. You're very mothering and nurturing as well. That's what's coming through. With the seven of water or seven of cups, I feel like you're the type of person who's again always up to something new, always up to new adventures, or you're just really the type of person who always has options. You never really run out of ideas, like I said. And so your life is full of adventure. Even if you hit a tower moment, you always like get up quick on your feet. I just got an image of Jet Li doing the backflip. And so yeah, you are quick on your feet and you really know how to rise to the occasion when you get up. You're never bored. And if you are, it's usually because you're taking a time out, and it's rare that you're ever bored. You're always coming up with something new. And I keep going back to the horse. Maybe you work on a farm or some kind of horse track type vibe. I don't know. Maybe you're into polo, or maybe you're a horse racer. I don't know. I am picking up on that energy as well. It's like you really love connecting to animals as well. And you're very giving. So that's what I'm picking up right now on your current energy and who you are. Let us get into who you were in your past life. And I'm connecting to the most recent past life. Alright, so Divine Spirit, who was Power One in a previous life? Who was Power One in a previous life? Who was Power One in a previous life, Divine Spirit? Who was Power One in a previous life? Thank you. Who was Power One in a previous life? Thank you. Then we have the Ace of Earth or Ace of Pentacles. With how this is it a deer? I think with how the deer is just standing on the stone. In my head, I can picture other animals just bowing down to it for some reason. I feel like you were either a queen or a king, or someone very important in a previous life, and everyone reported to you for whatever it is that, for any changes that had to be made, they reported to you first. I'm really sorry for my voice. And we have the Ten of Air or the Ten of Swords. um, yeah, I do feel like you were a leader of some kind, and anything you had to say, anything you say goes. Okay, you were the type of person. I feel like I heard Queen Sheba, and I feel like you were the type of person who really knew how to, and I heard tribe as well, so you really know how to take care of whatever you were a ruler of, whatever kingdom, whatever tribe, whatever situation. um I heard parliament for some of you. So whatever high position you had, you knew how to take care of the people that were below you, and even the people who kind of ranked close to you as well. You were just really giving and loving. I think it's really just within your soul's blueprint to be loving. So with the Sun card and the number 19 breaks down to 2. Yeah, like I said, you were the type of person who, even as a leader, you didn't mind receiving feedback or collaborating with other people around you. I don't think you saw people, if you're a king or a queen, I don't really think you saw people as peasants or as lower than you or as filth and scum. I don't know why those words are coming out of my mouth. So yeah, you were for some of you, I heard beauty pageants. So maybe in a previous life you were some kind of beauty pageant. queen, and it's like everyone loved you. I heard Madonna, so everyone loved you, everyone knew about you, and people who hated you, they only hated you because they couldn't be you. Then we have the Queen of Earth, or the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, going back to that royalty energy and how I feel that you were in charge of something. Okay, you were in charge, even in the battlefield. I keep getting images, flashing images of a war, a battle, and I feel like you were either the captain. I heard captain of a sinking ship. Yeah, so some of you may even be in this life. I don't know why in the Navy SEALs what I'm picking up, or in the previous life you were just part of some kind of Marine Corps situation. Some of you may have been actresses who were really revered and loved. Whatever it is that you did in the past life, I get that people saw you as royalty. Or like, so for instance, this is just an example, okay? See how Michael Jackson, may his soul rest in peace, is seen as the king of pop and whatnot. I feel like whatever it is that you did, you were like the king or queen of it. You were recognized as the king or queen of it. And no one could do it like you, whatever it is. And I feel that um this is why in this life you're not really worried about how people view you, because in your previous life you already had that experience. You already had people bowing down to you, people going crazy over you. In this life, you're just a peaceful person who likes to connect to animals and others, and you're not really about the you splurging, how it's splurging. You're not really about splurging money and going crazy about things, because you've already had that experience. You already had the riches. You may be rich or have money in this life, but I'm speaking of a lifestyle where you are flaunting everything. You've already had that opportunity, or you've already had that experience. Let me not say opportunity. You've already had that experience of having all the money that you want. I feel like if you're a king or a queen, you were the type of person who would trade with other continents or countries as well, because you had so much money, especially gold. I'm hearing gold coming through. You had so much money, and everyone wanted to trade with you. I heard Angola. Um, I heard the Seven Seas. So yeah, maybe people will come all across from other seas and stuff like that to your own, kingdom or your country or whatever, and they would come to trade with you because you had the best. I heard ivory. You had the best products or resources or minerals that they wanted at that time, or that were at a high value at that time. All right, let's get more. Divine Spirit, who was Pal 1 in the previous life? I heard all hail King Julian. Um, was that from Shrek? I don't know. Divine Spirit. It's not Shrek, is it? Divine Spirit, who was Pal 1 in a different in the previous life? Who was Pal 1 in the previous life, Divine Spirit? Who was Pal 1 in the previous life? Who was Pal 1 in the previous life? Thank you. Can I get one more? Who was Pal 1 in the previous life? Thank you. And you were very abundant as well, and transformation. And with the number 13, that turns out to, with the number 13, that breaks down to 4. See how nurturing and caring she looks. I feel like you were the type of person who was just, again, you were very giving, very loving, very nurturing. Whatever it is that you had, whether you were considered the matriarch it doesn't really matter what high ranking you had. I feel like you didn't see people as less than you, and so you were the type of person who would even go down to the villages or the cottages for some reason. That's what I heard. And you would give back um to the needy, or to what would be considered the peasants. And you learned how to build a structure and a foundation that was based on a principle of, or a morality of, goodness and kindness. um I feel like you were the type of person who really preached being kind to others. I heard Mother Mary. So you were very kind, and oh man, I heard Princess Diana as well. So you were very loving and kind. You had just that energy you wanted to give to people. You didn't feel the need that um I won't say you didn't understand it. You understood that things had to operate from a hierarchy so that there could be a structure and a balance. But I feel that you didn't really feel the need for people to suffer. And so, what would be considered again as low class or whatever in your eyes, you felt that they deserved a chance to live the high life. And so, I feel like you were the type of person to go from door to door and drop off some food and stuff. And I'm hearing that there were some people who weren't happy with that. Some people who even worked for you, or people in your family as well, who didn't really appreciate that, who didn't really appreciate how you were giving to the less fortunate when all that money could have been spent on something else. Then we have the messenger of air, or um the knight of swords. Yeah, you were very vicious about, not necessarily vicious, but you were very cutthroat, if that's what I had to put. Like, you knew that you were the one who was in charge of whatever it was, and you didn't let anyone try to convince you that your decisions were of no use or were not beneficial to anyone in any way. I feel that you understood that everyone deserved a chance. And I feel like even if that's the life that you may have chosen before you incarnated, or I don't know, I feel that maybe as you were living that life, especially towards the end of your years, I feel that you lost a connection to that royalty because of how it created a separation between you and other people, and you noticed and you realized how it wasn't fair, it wasn't just, and you weren't really on board with that. And so some of you may have even given up your own throne, or I heard you went AWOL. So some of you may have given up your own throne, or you may have disappeared somehow, um, without being noticed by your family and everything else, so that you can go live a life where you were in community with everyone else, and you were able to relate and understand other people, and them understand you as well. And I feel that this is why in this life you are this person who never wants to see other people feel misunderstood or unloved or uncared for. And so you could be very giving as well. You may donate to charity or just even in your time. Okay, I feel that you are picking up from where you left off in a previous life. So once some of you, of course, once you finally gave up the title or the throne or whatever high ranking you had in a previous life, I feel that not long after you passed on, and so now you're just picking up from that previous life, and this is why you're so giving in this life. You're so nurturing and you're so caring. Then we have the King of Water, or the King of Cups. So yeah, I feel that you may, for some of you in a previous life, you may have had um this kingship or this huge title given to you from a young age, and you grew into it. And of course then eventually, as you grew older and older, you got tired of it. And I'm feeling that around your mid 40s, some of you may have given up the title. You weren't really feeling connected to it again because of the separation that it created. You came in, or as a kid in that previous life, your intentions were to create inclusion for everyone else as this person who was, in a high position, but you saw how the how do I put it? You saw how being in a high position didn't really bring benefit for everyone around you, because irrespective of how hard you tried to bring a change, there were always people around you who also had a kind of not higher, but like somehow closer, higher position to yours. For instance, if you was kind of like a president, there was a vice president or something like that. And I feel that those people would come in and destroy whatever you would um I I'm getting an image of a woman who would go door to door and give food, and then for some reason a group of cloaked humans would come and burn down the houses of the people who were blessed with whatever it is the woman gives them. So I feel like every time you try to build something, people will try to break it down, and it got to a point where you couldn't. For some of you, you tried and you stayed in that high ranking until your death. But for others, I'm getting that you left it because you didn't have the. No, I don't want to say that you didn't have the strength, but you you understood that there was a lot to lose, and it had nothing to do with you. You understood that the more you gave in your high position, the more you tried to give, the more the people around you would lose. And so you opted to walk away instead. And yeah, so in this life, you are more of the type of person who would just give as best as they can and be around people and animals. And I feel also that your previous life may have been very restricting because you weren't allowed to do certain things, and maybe this is why you have so many options in this life to experience growth, experience different things as well. It's because you never really had that in your previous life. Okay. So those are one of the traits that you've brought in this life with you from that other previous life. Then we have the Nine of Water, the Nine of Cups. You see, with that number nine, I feel like you were just really, and you see how she's not looking at this big diamond, she's just looking at these little. I feel like you really got tired of, sorry, I feel like you really got tired of the money, and you got tired of just the fame, the not necessarily the money. You got tired of the negative things the money came with, the negative things the title came with, because I do get there were benefits and advantages to your high ranking. Obviously, you were able to help others, but you got tired of it. For some of you, I'm getting an image of the is it what's his name? Jack the Giant Slayer. Is it Jack the Giant Slayer or something like that? And you see how the princess had a thing of wanting to move outside of the palace or the kingdom and be outside of that and be a part of, well, the community, the rest of the community. That's what I'm getting with you. It's that at some point you got tired of being really trapped, because that's what it felt like. You felt like you were trapped in the kingdom and you wanted to fly. I heard fly. You wanted to fly and explore the world. And some of you may have done that, and I see you riding off into the sunset with a horse. Like I said, maybe this is why you have a thing for horses right now in this life. Okay, then we have the Nine of Fire or Nine of Pentacles. And then we have the Ace of Air or the Ace of Swords. And finally, we have the Four of Water or the Four of Cups. So the person that you were in your past life is so much similar. Well, the person that you were in your past life towards the end of your death, towards the years that were leading to your death, is who you are now. You're picking up from where you left off in a previous life, because of the lessons that you've learned. You chose to come back into this life as a person who could give from a place that is just And for some of you, you may be entrepreneurs or CEOs, and you may think to yourself, well, I'm still high ranking, but I feel like you don't really take that title, not necessarily seriously, but you don't take it to your head. You're not narcissistic about it. So it's not that you walk around here gloating about how you're royalty. And I don't get that that's how you are. That's how you were in a previous life. I feel like the people around you did that for you. Um, so yeah, I feel that in this life, you are picking up, like I said, off from where you left off. You're more loving, you're more giving, you're more connected to the people around you. Um, but you do have this tendency of secluding yourself again. I think that allows you to take again a step back to connect with yourself even more. As much as connecting with other people is important, I think that you value connecting to yourself just as much. That's really beautiful, actually. Um, I don't know if I should get any additional messages. I said I would make this short, and we're already 29 minutes in, so I'll end it here. Part one, this was your reading. Thank you for watching. I really hope it resonated somehow, and I hope that it inspires you, you know, in a way to continue on this journey, and irrespective of how hard things may get. I get that you're a fighter as well, and I hope that you continue with that energy and you create a change not only for yourself and others. You are really appreciated. Thank you for being on this planet with us and sharing your light. Hi, Patu. Welcome to your reading on who you were in a past life. I really hope that you're doing well and good today, and that you're having a great time of day or night. So let's get into your reading. We have the Page of Water or the Page of Cups, representing who you are in this life currently. Because I say this because energies shift and you could be a totally different person 2 months down the road. But right now, who you are is somebody who's very free spirited. You have a very childlike features as well. People may think that you are younger than you actually are, or if not physically, I feel that energetically you just give off a very young vibe, and you're very fun, and you have a very bright and creative imagination as well, is what I'm picking up on. You really are into animals as well. You may rescue animals, or you may have a tendency to want to rescue them but can't, maybe because of a partner or a mother, or or maybe your parents might tell you that you already have too many animals in the house. I'm getting that you're a very easygoing person as well. You don't really like conflict. You try your best to avoid it. Um, and your giving is also what I'm picking up on. Some of you may have some childhood issues, or, well, don't we all? What I mean is, some of you may have some trust issues because of things that happened in your childhood, and it's something that you're aware of and you're working through. You may have a hard time trusting people, even if it's just people who have been in your life for a very long time. You may have in the back of your mind second thoughts and doubts about their intentions. You're not really, I won't say you're not open, but I get a sense that you don't really open up easily to people, especially when you meet them for the first time. Um, yeah. You're very, I want to say that your energy is very beautiful as well. It's very subtle, but it's beautiful. I feel like you're the type of person to turn heads. I heard you're the life of the party as well. All right, let's get into who you are right now before we get into who you were. Divine Spirit, who is Power One in this life? Who is Power One in this life? I do this so that you're very sure and you are confident that this is your pal. Divine Spirit, who is Power One in this life? Who is Power One in this life, Divine Spirit? You may find it, okay, I'm getting that some of you find it hard to let go and some of you find it easy to let go. You're not good at saying goodbyes. Divine Spirit, You don't like losing people, is what I'm hearing. Especially people that you have learned to trust. And so it takes time for you to open up again. I don't know why I'm getting an image of BoJack Horseman. Um, okay. Divine Spirits, who is Pal 1? I mean, oh, maybe you were drawn to Pal 1. Who is Pal 2 in this life? I heard I'm Riding Solo by Jason Derulo, so some of you may be loners. Divine Spirit, who is... Oh, you don't really mind doing things on your own. I feel like you're the type of person that if you do have friends and you invite them over but couldn't make it, you would still have the party by yourself. Divine Spirit, who is Pal 2 in this life? Who is... Who is Pal 2 in this life, Divine Spirit? Can I get 2 more? Yeah, you may have been drawn to Pal 1. Who is Pal 2 in this life? Who is Pal 2 in this life? Ooh, thank you. Can I get 1 more? Thank you. So then we have the 6 of water, or the 6 of cups. And I'm getting a vibe that you're very nurturing, you're very loving, very giving. And you have a very maternal instinct to you. Whether you are a male or not, I feel like you just have this not overly, but you have this feminine energy to you that allows you to know. Like, you could be a dad and really know things, okay? So I feel like you are also connected to your feminine energy, or you maybe just have clear cognizance. You just really know when things are about to happen, or you know when someone is lying. I also think it has to do with just the experience you had in your childhood. You know when people are lying, you know when people can't be trusted as well. We have the 9 of Earth, or the 9 of Pentacles. I'm picking up that you're the type of person who's very giving with your money as well. Not carelessly or for no reason. I feel like you're the type of person, if a friend hit you up and they needed some money, you wouldn't mind making a plan even if you didn't have that money yourself. I feel that some of you, not to offend you, but you may be people pleasers. You might put yourself into debt to help other people, or you might get yourself into trouble to help others. And I don't say this to offend you. This is just what I'm picking up on. Yeah. And we have the 5 of water and the 5 of cups. Or the 5 of cups, yeah. The 5 of water, the 5 of cups. I don't really feel that you're comfortable with change. You try to avoid it as best as you can. I think you like structure. I think that you like it when you are in charge because you know the outcome of things. I feel that when you have everything in control, or when you feel you have a sense of control, that's how you feel more comfortable in your environment. I don't think that you're the type of person who would go to a party that you were not familiar, if you weren't familiar with the people who were going to be at the party. I feel like you're the type of person to avoid people on the street as well. If someone knows you from social media and they try to walk up to you, I feel like you're the type of person who would look the other way and pretend you didn't see them. I don't think you're mean or anything. I just think you have a very hard time opening up to people, and you may feel that you're a little weird or awkward, and there's nothing wrong with that. The best people are weird and awkward, actually. I feel that you just don't usually feel that you'll be accepted by people. And so, again, with that example of the social media, you may have someone walk up to you, whether from Facebook or Instagram, and you may try to run away from them because for some reason in your head you think that they won't really like you as you are more in person. I feel like you feel like you would be a disappointment, or they would be disappointed in how you turned out in real life, when actually you're pretty awesome. Then we have the Messenger of Water, or the Knight of Cups. I feel like I said, you're the type of person that once you let people in, you're not afraid to be open and vulnerable with them. But you're challenging. Some people can find it a little too challenging to connect to you, not because you make it that way, but because for some of you, you do make it that way. But for others, I feel that, like I said, you like to assess a situation before letting people in. I think that I heard player 1. So I think that for you, not necessarily that everything is a game, but you may approach things or life as a game. So I'm sorry, people coming to your life, especially new people, would have to prove themselves as like really good players to be a part of your gaming system. I don't know why I'm saying that. Some of you may be gamers, maybe, and that's how you spend most of your time behind the computer, and you prefer it that way. I feel that some of you prefer that personality that comes out, or that aspect of yourself or aspect of your personality that comes out when you are playing the game. And so you connect more with people over the internet. It could be the game or the social media in any way. I feel that you're giving and you're loving and you're caring and you're cheerful. I feel like sometimes you don't really give yourself the credit that you deserve, that you're an amazing person. I'm just telling you that you are. I can feel it in your energy. You're really amazing. And I don't think a lot of people get to experience it because, again, you shut them out easily. And I don't think it's because you want to be alone. I just think you're scared. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just something that you have to work through if you choose to. And I feel that the right people come into your life and understand you as you are. And all right. So now that we know who you are, let's just see who you were in a past life. Maybe that has a role in how you are right now. Probably. All right, Divine Spirit, who was pal 2 in a previous life? I heard abandoned. Some of you maybe were orphans or abandoned by someone in a previous life. I heard abandoned by a partner I trusted. I can't trust anyone is what I keep hearing. Divine Spirit, who was... Oh my god, you guys are gonna make me cry. Who was pal 2 in a previous life? Thank you. And then we have... I feel like there's a lot to your story. Okay. Then we have the Chariot with the number 7. Okay, I feel like you guys were betrayed. Okay, in a previous life of yours, and like I said, you may have resonated to pal 1. I feel like you were born, or you were either born rich or you married rich. And you had everything that you could ever imagine. I keep thinking of The Great Gatsby and the song by Halsey with Big Sean. I know you're trying to meet me. You know, I feel like in your past life, people had this perception of you as being very happy, especially because you're rich and all of that. But I think you were going through something difficult, whether within the marriage or because of the people around you. I'm thinking of a book that I read by Lara Temple, and was it it was The Duke's Unexpected Bride, and the people or the characters in that book had a certain I think the book was set in the 1980s, if I'm not mistaken, and they had a certain kind of personality or persona, or they had a certain way they had to represent themselves for the sake of just how things were at that time. And I feel like for some of you who were married to someone who was very rich, you had to keep up an appearance for them. I'm also thinking about Diary of a Mad Black Woman by Madea. So, not by Tyler Perry. um, so yeah, you were betrayed. I'm feeling that you were betrayed by either your partner or someone within your social circle, because I feel like you were very rich and popular. Um, some of you were very popular teenagers as well within your friend groups. Oh my gosh, I just got an image of somebody getting run over by a car. I heard best friend. Maybe you were betrayed by a best friend, and maybe this is why you have trust issues in this life, because it's you remember, all right, you remember everything that you've been through. And I feel like it even happened in this life. You were betrayed or hurt by people that you trusted. Then we have the star card that came out in reverse. Look at how sad she looks. Can you guys see that? She looks so sad. And 17 breaks down to 8, but it came out in reverse. And the star card, or the number 8, represents movement. It represents expansion, growth. I feel that again, for those who were married, I feel that your marriage restricted you from expanding and growing and evolving and being better people. Okay, I feel like you felt as if your power was stripped from you. Some of you may have had an arranged marriage in a past life. And I feel that caused you to feel powerless because you had no say in the marriage, and then only to find out that in the relationship, your partner didn't allow you to have any say as well. And for those who I say that, for those who resonate, I don't know if you can resonate to this. It will. All right. Anyway, but for those who with the energy that was with the teenager, okay, with the teenager energy that I picked up on, I feel that there was a friend who was very jealous of you. Okay, I heard Cruel Intentions, and I'm thinking of Cruel Intentions, the movie as well. I feel like there was someone who was secretly jealous of you, who pretended to care about you. I'm also thinking of the Mean Girls. So yeah, in your friend group, there was someone, and especially I feel like a best friend who betrayed you in a past life. All right. So then we have the Ace of Earth or the Ace of Pentacles. So in a past life as well, you were a loner. And not necessarily a loner, but you were the type of person who stood out. So you could be in a group setting, again, probably why your friends were jealous, but you could be in a group setting and you would stand out. I feel like even if you had royal balls, is what I heard, you would be next to your partner and people would just look at you and then he'd be jealous of it or she'd be jealous of it, you know? Um, they'd be really jealous of the attention that you got, and it threatened them because when they were not married to you, they were used to being the one who was the center of attention, and then they married you and everyone was drawn to your light, which eventually faded, is what I'm hearing. I'm really sorry. I feel that your light eventually faded, not because you chose to, but because of how the people were around you were constantly sucking you dry. Um, yo, then we have the moon card with the number 9. You were very giving people as well. Your energy as well. You weren't really afraid to share your energy. You were the type of person, I heard, what's that movie with that, with those, is it My Girl? I think it's My Girl. And I feel like you were the type of person who cheered up your friends. They could like really be in a bad mood and you'd sing to them, or you'd dance for them, or you would try your best to cheer them up. And I feel that when it comes to your husband or your wife or your partner, let me just say your partner in the previous life, um you would try to cheer them up after a long day and they would just get mad at you. They would really, some of you may have trust issues, especially in relationships as well. um okay, they would really get mad at you and really just try to project, not try, actually they would project everything that they went through during the day on you. um yeah, I'm picking up that the with the teenager, I feel that your best friend was jealous of you, not only because of your light and your popularity, but because of um your boyfriend or your partner, whoever. And so they wanted your partner, but they couldn't have them, so they wanted to, so they felt that it was better they got you out the way. And some of you may have died um during through by a car accident. You were either run over or you were involved in some kind of car accident. um okay, so then we have the Page of Earth or the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, man, you guys were really lovely people, and you still are lovely people. I feel that the light that people try to drain from you, that may have been dimmed in the previous life, is slowly coming back up. So, I'll try and get messages for that. But I feel that in this life, you are trying to learn. You're you came back so that you can try and learn how to love, how to trust people. And I think that you're the type of person who, wherever you go, people are drawn to you and they may come up to you and say hi, or they may try to spark conversations with you, and you may try to ignore them and shut them down. Um, I'm hearing that that's the universe slowly trying to get you out of your comfort zone so that you can grow and become better than what you were in the previous life, so that you can evolve. I'm hearing that you shouldn't let your past hurts, whether in this life or the previous life, drain you or drag you. Um, and lead you astray because you have so much light that you can bring into this world. And I feel like some of you already know this. It's just that you're afraid, and that's okay. It's very okay. It's just something that you, when you're ready, will work through. Then we have the number 2 and the High Priestess. Um, I am picking up that some of you, I don't know why, either in this life you're witches, or in the previous life you were a witch, or people accuse you of witchcraft of some sort, or maybe you practice some kind of magic. But I'm also picking up that you were very in tune with other people, and I keep all right. So yeah, you were probably definitely attracted to power. And I keep getting an image of Princess Diana. You just had a very in tune and mothering nature to you. Um, I heard that your light is what threatened people in your previous life, and a lot of people tried to dim that, and when they couldn't, that's when they resorted to the extreme. All right, Divine Spirit. What actions that happened in the previous life are affecting Pal 2 right now? What actions that happened in the previous life are affecting Pal 2 right now? What actions from a previous life are affecting Pal 2 right now? Or let me say experiences, yeah. What experiences from a previous life are affecting Pal 2 right now, Divine Spirit? What experiences from a previous life are affecting Pal 2 right now? Oh, that's a lot. What experiences from a previous life are affecting Pal 2 right now? What experiences from a previous life, thank you, can I get 2 more, are affecting Pal 2 right now? What experiences from a previous, thank you, can I get 1 more? What experiences from a previous life are affecting Pal 2 right now? What experiences from a previous, thank you, oh, thank you very much. Then we have the King of Earth upright, okay, or the King of Pentacles, okay. So yeah, like I said, some of you were royalty, or you were just really popular, you know. Okay, then we have the Page of Fire, or the Page of Pentacles. You see how bright she is? Look at that light that surrounds her. And I don't know if you guys see this, but this tiger kind of looks annoyed by her light. It kind of looks like annoyed, that she has this glow to her. And with the moon, it just reminds me of that intuition I was picking up on earlier and that mothering nature. So I feel like, yeah, like I said earlier, your light was something that really, it was beautiful because it helped a lot of people, but it was bittersweet. It was a blessing and a curse because a lot of people who were threatened by it eventually went to the extreme to distinguish it, and they did. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that they won. But you're supposed to be, I don't want to, you're supposed to, let me not say supposed to, okay, I'm not trying to influence you in any way, but in this life, I'm getting that you should be on the track of getting that light back. You're back on this planet, in the body that you're in your circumstances, and I feel like your childhood was there to trigger your past life, all right? So your childhood was like a trigger to kind of remind you of the hurt that you went through in the past life, and so that you can grow from it and find that light again, because that light was definitely taken away from you, but it's still in there. It's extinguished, but it can be brought back to life. Then we have the Six of Air, or the Six of Swords, and what I'm picking up on is that some of you may have eventually left your person or your partner in a previous life, um, and you had to go on a hiatus. I feel like you went, like I said, you could have been drawn to power, and I feel like you left without them knowing, all right? And they tried to look for you, but they couldn't find you. Um, I feel like, all right, I'm really drawn to the birds more than the ship, and I feel like the restriction you felt in your previous life, in this life, you are meant to be free. You are meant to express yourself. You're meant to be around whoever you want to be around. You're meant to love whoever you want to love, right? And some of you may find yourself in similar situations from your previous life, so that you can make different decisions this time. So if you're in a relationship with a partner who's holding you back, you are supposed to be stepping into their power and not allowing them to do so. Then we have the Ace of Water, the Ace of Cup, and I feel like the universe wants to gift you something, and I feel like you're also here to give. But I'm also picking up the universe wants to gift you something. It's gonna come in the near future, is what I'm hearing. But I'm also picking up on the energy of you giving something. I feel like if you have kids, or if you plan to have kids in the future, what I'm hearing is raise them in a way that isn't anything like your childhood. Of course, you can't protect, your children from everything. You're not always going to be around them, but I'm hearing that you should do the best that you can. Because some of you may be very, um, what's the word? Opposed to having children, because I don't think you feel that you're capable to give them the amount of love that you lacked, you know? And for others, I feel like you want to have kids, but you still worry, would you be able to give them that love, the care that they deserve? I feel like you can. And as soon as you connect to that energy within you, that maternal, not only maternal, but that energy of healing, as soon as you heal, you'll begin to see this. I feel like something is going to happen in the near future for you. Someone is going to gift you with something, or the universe itself is going to gift you with some kind of change. Then we have the Three of Fire, or the Three of Wands in reverse. This is making me think about how the stagnancy from, because we're talking about what happened in your previous life is affecting you now, and I feel like the stagnancy that happened in your previous life, that lack of self-expression, that lack of building um community with other people around you because of certain restrictions, or the lack of, I feel like some of you, even like I said, for those teenagers that I picked up on, I feel that you lost your life at a very young age, and I feel like that stagnancy, or how your life was put to a halt so quickly in the previous life. In this life, you're meant to kind of move. You're meant to move. You're meant to express yourself. You're meant to be bad and bougie, is what I heard. I don't know why, but you're meant to just be free. Oh my gosh, I feel like, yeah. So the stagnancy that happened in the previous life was so that in this life you could move. And like I said, your childhood was like a trigger so that you can connect to that and remember. And even if you don't remember your past life, your soul, you know already. So it's just that you instinctively and intuitively know how to move. And I feel like when you're ready, this Three of Pentacles, no, sorry, this Three of Wands will turn upright, and you'll be in movement again. And you, when you're ready, right? And I feel like in the new future, if you're already not in this energy of moving and forgiving and healing, I feel like you're changing and you're becoming better. And not because right now you're in a worse state, but because right now um the universe feels that you could be happier. The universe feels that you could be experiencing more joy and bliss if you just allowed yourself to do so. Then finally we have the Ten of Swords, or the Ten of Air. I just heard make a wish. I don't know why. Maybe you guys should make a wish, or journal how you would want your life to manifest from now on for yourselves, because I feel like your previous life was there to teach you pain, and the beginning of your life um in this one was there to remind you of the pain, so that when more pain, I'm not saying that more pain is coming, but we obviously go through challenges and stuff, but so that you can grow into your strength and find that light so that whenever things start, you know, getting a little difficult and it gets a little dark, that light within you will be your savior. You, your own self, sorry, you are your own hero. You are your own hero. And I'm hearing Mariah Carey's song, Hero. Um, so I feel like you're your own hero and you're the hero of your own story. You don't need a savior. You've been here all along, and the message that is coming through for you is that if you allow yourself to connect to that, if you allow yourself to connect to what you've learned and open yourself up willingly, the universe can gift you and will gift you with something amazing. I feel like you have a tendency of turning people down because you're afraid, but the universe has been trying to bring people in your life, and I get that it's scary because you never really know, but this is why the universe wants you to connect to your intuition so that you can help understand and learn how to discern between something that is good for you and not. um But Pal 2, this is your reading. I hope that it resonated somehow and it helped you want to connect to the hero inside you. Thank you for watching. Hi Pal 3, welcome to your reading. Today's reading is who you were in the past life, and my intention with this card was to kind of channel and get into who you are right now. And by right now, I mean energies change, people change, and we shift into different personalities and as we grow. So this is just a card representing who you are right now in this life. And I did this so that you could be sure that this was your reading as well. We have the Four of Earth or the Four of Pentacles. Um what I'm picking on, usually the Four of Pentacles is somebody who's very ambitious, all right? Um and they like to spend time on work and getting the money, and they never really make time for anything else. And I don't think you're that person. I feel like with my interpretation with this card, she's so giving, you know. I feel like as much as you may be very caught up in work sometimes, or you may get caught up and distracted by work, I feel like you do try to make time for people in your life, and you try. And whether people appreciate the time or not, or whether they feel like you could do more, I feel like you try your hardest to um I'm sorry if the lighting is bad. I feel like you do try your hardest to be present in their life, but I do get the feeling that you do put life and, well, you do put your work as your priority and making the money. Get that bag, but I feel like again you do make time for other people. So, if that wasn't enough, let's get into more of who you are in this life. Divine Spirit, who is Pal 3 in this life? Who is Pal 3 in this life? I feel like people may perceive you as someone who doesn't make time, whereas you do and you try to. Then we have the King of Earth upright, or the King of Pentacles. Again, that money. Um, yeah, you are very focused on money, you are very focused on your goals, you are very focused on your achievements as well, as what I'm picking up on. And I don't think that you're the type of person who's reckless. I feel like you like to take time and think things through before you make a financial investment. um some of you actually could be financial investors or something like that, or into cryptocurrency. Then we have the Page of Air, or the Page of Swords. um I feel like you are the type of, like I said, I keep picking up on this energy that um you do really be putting time for work. And if it's not work, it's school or whatever whatever that drives you. I feel like um you make time for the things that you really appreciate even more. Sometimes I feel like you spend too much time. You may have an addictive personality. I think that you like to you like to put in effort in everything that you do. I feel like some of you may be neat freaks, neat, or let me just say you may have OCD, or you may have OCD tendencies. You may like things your way. I don't know why I'm picking up all of this from just this one card. Because usually the page of swords usually represents somebody. All right. I'm also picking up. Yeah, I feel like you're the type of person who is you you really willing to get. I won't really say you put people under the bus. I don't really. Maybe you do. Okay, maybe you do. I think that you're willing to do anything is what I'm trying to say, to get yourself to the top in this life. You're the type of person who is just really, I heard, get one over you. I feel like you're the type, and please just know that this is a general reading. It may not apply to everyone. Um but like, yeah, I feel like you're the type of person who would just like really go to the extreme to reach the top. You maybe, I'm getting an image of Eddie Murphy from the movie Boomerang, when he slept with the that old woman because he felt that it would get him a high position or whatever. And I feel like I'm not saying you would sleep with someone, but I'm just saying that you would really do anything to get to the next level or chapter of your life, especially when it comes to whatever it is you're passionate about. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. Wow, so much pentacle energy. Or the Five of Earth. Um, I feel like like I said, you're very grounded and rooted, and most of your, what can I say, your commitment. If you do have relationships, I won't say you won't take them seriously, but I think that sometimes they may suffer because you may put work first. I feel like you're very grounded in making money. I feel like that's your driving force. That's something that really just. I feel like you're the type of person, if you have a goal and you attain it, you get bored and you want something else. Okay. Then we have the Nine of Fire, or the Nine of Wands. And I feel like, again, you're not afraid to make things happen. You're not afraid to take a chance and be in charge. Like, you could literally be stepping into somebody else's company and you'd walk around as if you were the boss. I'm getting a lot of boss energy from you. Even if it's not at work, I feel like you're the type of person who likes to be in control. Thank you. I feel like you like to be seen as independent, or maybe that's how people see you. I feel like you like to do things for yourself, on your own, by yourself. Whether it's to do, okay, I feel like some of you may do it for others as well, but I feel like most of the time it's not selfish, but it's selflessly driven. I feel like you like to do. I heard that some of I don't know if you know that meme. Well, basically, if you had to choose between being rich and having love, I feel like you're the type of person who would, not all of you, but I feel like some of you would choose the money over love. Um, okay. Then we have the Messenger of Air, or the Messenger of, or the Knight of Swords. And I feel like you're not afraid to charge in. And yeah, like I said, I feel like you're the type of person, if you walked into a board meeting, everyone would look at you, not because you were late, but because they knew that you were about to bring something fire, or you were about to, they knew that there is a very good reason as to why you're late, and that's probably because you have a very good idea. You're very innovative is also what I'm picking up on. You're always coming up with something new. You're always coming up with new ways to make money. You're always thinking, how can I branch out? How can I be better? Some of you may be even thinking of having like franchises and stuff if you own one of your a store or something. I don't know. Some of you are like the type of person who'd even take advantage of your fame or your popularity. It's like if you're in high school and maybe I'm getting a scenario of a kid who maybe you trended on TikTok for some reason, and there was a caption that was attached to that trending. I feel like you're the type of person make who would create t-shirts out of that caption so that you would make money. At least if you're gonna be famous, if you're gonna be popular, I feel like you're the type of person who's gonna be popular and make money. I don't think you're the type of person who likes being known for something without a benefit to you. I don't know why I'm thinking about what is it? Goodfellas, the movie. Yeah, I really feel like if something is not benefiting you, you're not really the type of person to invest. I feel like you're the tit for tat type of person. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I don't think you like to give in or give. I don't want to say give back because, like I said, you do try to make time and give time and to the people that you love, even though it's perceived as if you don't for some of you. All right, Divine Spirit, who was Pal 3 in a previous life? This will help us understand why you the way you are. Who was Pal 3? I heard I carry my Gemini chart. Who was Pal 3 in a previous life? Can I get 2 more? Okay. Oh, alright. Can I get wow? Can I get 1 more? Who was Pal 3 in a previous life? I don't know why I'm hearing a song from the 80s. Maybe that's when you had your previous life. But it really depends on how old you are watching this video. Then we have the Messenger of Water, or the Knight of Cups. I feel like in a previous life you were like the total opposite of what you are right now. I feel like you did make time for people. I feel like that you were the type of person who um who didn't mind being ordered around, and not because you're a people pleaser or because I don't know. I just feel like you were the type of person who enjoyed helping. You were the type of person, if your mother or anyone was, for instance, if your mother was washing the dishes, you'd offer to wipe them, um, or you'd offer to mop the floor or something. You were just the type of person who was really giving of your time and your energy. And then we have the High Priestess. Yeah, some of you could be very logical, especially with that keep going energy. I feel like you're very connected to your masculine energy in this life. Um, and if you have a connection to your feminine, I think it's like rare, but I feel like you're very practical in this life. And in a previous life you were more of an intuitive person. You just really relied on your intuition to guide you. Some of you were priests. I heard some of you were priests. um yeah, so you relied on your intuition to guide you on the next step and how to go about things. But I feel like in this life you're really all about the numbers, you're all about the statistics, you're all about analytics. It's like, if the numbers don't say yes, then you'll probably say no as well. I don't think you're the type of person who trusts your gut and your intuition. um I feel like you're the type of person, before making an investment, for instance, you'd want to look at how the stock market is going. Because obviously that's usually what people do, but there are some people who just go out on a whim and invest in whatever because, well, their gut told them to do so. And I feel like you're the total opposite. Um, then we have the star card with the number 17 breaks down to 8. I feel like, again, in the previous life, you were very connected to your intuition, you were very connected to the universe as well. But I feel like you were very grounded and rooted in wanting to give and wanting to spend time giving. um I feel like you were very nurturing, but maybe you were misunderstood at the same time. And maybe some of you were even misunderstood from a young, in this life you were misunderstood. um I feel like in this life as well, maybe you may have tried to help some people growing up, and people would perceive it as being clingy or needy, and so maybe you grew up away from that personality. For some of you, like, I'm getting an image of someone, a little boy who just really wants to help, and even if there's nothing to do, like, he's constantly walking around asking if he can help, and people are really getting annoyed about this. So I feel like in this life and in the previous life, maybe growing up in this life, you were very, very helpful and you wanted to give and help, but people got really annoyed by it. It happens sometimes. Um, and so that you perceive that as just not being the right way to act or to be, and you kind of just grew up in that conditioning. And I feel like in a previous life, oh, and I feel like that's why you're just so now caught up in yourself. And maybe this is why people do perceive you as someone who doesn't make time, because maybe you don't, but maybe in your head you try to convince yourself that you try to make time when in reality you don't. um okay, so in a previous life you also have the Page of Cups. Yeah, you were so playful, you were so giving, so wanting to help and wanting to connect with others and just wanting to do this and that. Hmm. I feel like you were the type of person who would even volunteer in a previous life. Or if a teacher asked a question, you'd be the first one to raise your hand. And I feel like people got annoyed by it because it happens. I don't know why. But sometimes people just really get annoyed by good people. Um, I don't know what I wanted to say. I think I wanted to say people get annoyed by good acts or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like that's how you were in a previous life, and this is why in this life you're just more, you're different, you're here for a different experience. You already know what it's like to give yourself um overly, but now it's like you're in this energy, or in this existence, you're more of a type of person who is just like, you wouldn't really self-sacrifice yourself for others. I don't think you would walk through fire for someone else, but in a previous life I think you would. um let's get more. Um, Divine Spirit, how has. Okay, let's get more. Can I please get the story on Pal Three's previous life? Who was Pal 3 in the previous life? Who was Pal 3 in the previous life? Who was Pal 3? I heard Matriarch. Who was Pal 3? I feel like you were the type of. Okay. Who was Pal 3 in the previous life? I feel like you were the type of person who people came to advice. Came to receive advice. Some of you, I'm getting, you could have been midwives. Um, some of you could have actually been astrologers, or um it's gonna come to me, wait. Then we have the Messenger of Fire, or Messenger of um Wands. I feel like you were misunderstood. Your light was misunderstood. I think that you existed in a time or an era where whatever you had to offer wasn't really appreciated, or it wasn't understood. So, like I said, some of you maybe were into astrology or something spiritual, or some of you may even have been witches, and it may have not been understood as something good, whatever it is that you were doing. And so um you may have been shunned, is what I heard. Then we have the Queen of Water, or the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you were very nurturing, very loving. You were very beautiful as well. But I think that I think that because of your added qualities, like your interest in everything, the whether you're a male or a female in a previous life doesn't really matter. I feel that potential suitors, or people who could have become potential suitors, didn't really find you interesting or attractive, because they feared whatever it is that you knew. They feared whatever it is that you practice, or whatever difference that you had. And then we have the Justice card with the number 11. Yep. Like I said, I do feel like you were in tune. I do feel like you were connected. But I'm also feeling that, like I said, some of you were some kind of advisor. People came to you for advice. Um, some of you were teachers as well. Anything that had to do with giving advice. But I feel like I just thought of Plato and Homer. I don't know why. Uh, Actually, I feel like it's because anything that you had to say, people didn't take you seriously. I feel like if you lived in a village, people would probably perceive you as someone who was crazy. You know, um, you know how in the movies there's always that one person who's drunk. not depends on what kind of movie it is, but there's always that one person who knows what people don't know and they're shunned or made fun of. I feel like you were the type of person in your previous life. You had a special life, light, and gift. Some of you were even psychics or mediums, is what I'm hearing, and your family was scared of that. Some of you probably grew up in a religious home, and when you had something that was practiced outside of that religion, I feel that they may have not necessarily abandoned you, but like just shunned you. All right, they may have cut you off somehow. With the with the Queen of Wands, I don't know why I keep Pentacles keep saying. I think you guys are really just all about your money. You're not really focused on what other people have to say and what their opinions are in this life. Then we have Queen of Wands. Look at how in tune she looks. She looks like she knows a lot. She looks like if you sat down with her and had a conversation, she would like literally, fill you up with details and knowledge that you didn't even know about. Like literally, she looks like she's holding in a lot of secrets. I don't know. She needs to tell me something. She looks like she's holding in a lot. Not like a lot as in it's on her weight, but I feel like she knows a lot. And I feel like that's the type of person you were. You know, I'm getting a vibe that in your previous life, there were some people who were like deceptive. So, for instance, if maybe it's just an example, if you grew up in a Christian home or whatever religion, it doesn't matter. I feel like maybe if you got into witchcraft or anything like that, um, the people in the village or the people around you in your community would actually be like so deceptive. They'd come to you for knowledge, and then in public they'd really shun you. So I feel like there were people who were like Geminis in a way. I feel like, no offense to Geminis, but I feel like they were the type of people who are there were people in your life, in your previous life, who used you, is what I'm saying, is what I'm trying to say. They used you. So whatever knowledge you had, I feel like they'll come to you for it, but then in public they would really just shun you and call you crazy. And I feel like that is why in this life you're just really not about that life. Some of you are watching tarot, but I think I don't know, I'm getting an image of someone shaking their head. I feel like some of you watch tarot for the sake of it. Maybe it's just an interest, but it's not something that you totally depend on, which is okay because tarot is not um something you should not something you should be dependent on. Energies change. This is not something that's predicting your future. This is not something that's, you're not bound by tarot at all, ever. Do not ever think that anything that I say is going to be definite, because you could wake up a totally different person tomorrow. Therefore, have totally different potential realities. Um, but what I'm trying to say is someone who's watching this reading right now is shaking their head. And some of you probably even aren't, I'm getting a feeling that some of you even probably left the video. And so obviously you won't know that I'm saying this, but I'm picking up that you are very practical, and but the reason why you are drawn to tarot or anything spiritual, as much as you try to fight it, it's because of that past life connection you have to something that is spiritual. So as much as you use your left brain and as much as you try to be logical and everything, there's this lesson and this gift that you have from a previous life. And as we can see, you were a priestess. You were someone who just really was into spirituality, and this is why you're connected to it. This is why some of you may find yourself just really drawn or surrounded by things that are just like synchronicities, for instance. It's because your previous life has that. You're attached to that energetically, and so your soul recognizes that. And maybe this is why I'm getting an image of someone just really fighting this reading. Someone is probably even calling me crazy. I do not know why. I am not offended. I'm truly not offended. I understand everyone has their own perception and understanding of everything. But my point is that in a previous life, you were just this person who was really connected. Ten of Cups. and you were connected not only to the water, you were not only connected to your intuition, you were not only connected to people, you were not only connected to the universe, you were not only connected to your intuition. I feel like you were connected in general. This is why it's hard for you to sever those ties. Um, you still have guides from a previous life or energies from a previous life that are with you in this life, whether it's people who have reincarnated with you or like literally guides from a previous life that are with you again here. This is why you are still drawn to certain things and it may not make sense to you. Obviously, it is up to you whether or not you want to connect to all of these things, but um I'm picking up that a lot of you are just really calling me crazy right now. But yeah, this is your reading, pile 3. I don't know if you want me to get anything else for you, because we already know who you were in the past life and we know how you are. I mean, if you choose to connect to that intuition, it's all up to you, and obviously it will create change in some way. But you do not have to change who you are. If you're happy and content with where you are in your life and who you are, that is absolutely fine. That is absolutely fine. But this was just like some kind of insight for you to understand. You might also want to look at your birth charts, is what's coming through. Pal 3, thank you for coming through and watching this video. I hope that it resonated to a certain extent. And for those who watched until this point of the video, thank you very much. I really wish you best of luck on your journey on this path. Hi Pal 4, welcome to your reading. Today's reading is about who you were in a past life, and you chose the 4 of Air or 4 of Swords card. I hope that you're all doing good, by the way. Thank you for joining me today. So what I'm picking up on is, well, this card, first of all, is supposed to represent who you are in this life currently. And I say currently because energies shift and people change over time. And this is who you are right now in this life. And I'm picking up that you are with the peacock feathers here, and with her looking into the water, I feel like you're either the type of person who really knows how to take time and self-reflect, and you're intuitive as well. I feel that you really base your decisions based on, you really, yeah, make decisions based on well thought out processes. You don't really take time. No, you don't really rush time. Sorry. You don't really rush to make a decision. You don't really rush yourself to do anything. I feel like, I don't know, I'm getting an image of a snail. I don't necessarily want to say that you're slow, but I don't think you rush things. I think that you are comfortable with taking your time. You're easygoing as well. I don't think that you're the type of person. Um, I don't want to say you're a loner, but I want to say that you don't necessarily like being in loud places, or let me say maybe you don't like confrontation. Because I'm getting an image of a girl at a bar and she's just really not engaging with everyone. I'm not saying that you're a loner. Maybe you just really don't like being around very dense energies, and that could apply to um confrontation, anger, or anything that is loud. I feel like you're the type of person who likes being around calm environments, and you're calm and soothing yourself. Your energy is very subtle. Some of you may be very soft spoken, like literally even your voices may be really, 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 I don't want to say really, really slow. That's just being dramatic. But I feel that people may have a hard time hearing you speak because of how low, or maybe some of you, or how low you speak, or maybe some of you have very tiny voices as well, is what I'm hearing. Um, some of you, I heard, why do you whisper? I feel like when you speak, people don't really, I don't want to say you don't really know how to be present and stand in your power. I just think, I'm not also saying that you don't like being noticed. Everyone loves to be noticed every once in a while. But I'm picking up on an energy that you don't necessarily, I heard, I'm not with the drama. You don't like anything that is, or you don't like being around drama. Let's just put it that way. Divine Spirit. So we're gonna get more into who you are, and if it resonates, then this is your reading. Divine Spirit, who is powerful in this life? I'm literally running out of light. I don't know if you can see anything. Who is Powerful in this life, divine spirit. I heard careful. Yeah, you're very careful before making decisions or doing anything actually. Um, I keep seeing an image of a snail. Who is powerful in this life, divine spirit? Who is I heard slow motion by Trey Songs. Yeah, you really like taking your time before making any decisions. Who is powerful in this life, divine spirit? Who is powerful in this life? See how long it's taking for me to get who you are. Oh my gosh, who is powerful in this life, divine spirit? Thank you. Can I get two more? Who is powerful in this life, divine spirit? Who is powerful in this life? Who is powerful in this life? Thank you. Then we have the magician with the number 1. I feel like you're the type of person who's you're always starting off fresh, and not because you have a lot of time moments, or maybe you do, but I feel like you enjoy having new experiences, and so you're always trying something new. You may have been drawn to more than one pal actually. um I feel like you very, as much as it takes time for you to achieve a goal, because you really take your time, I feel like you're very consistent with it as well. I feel like regardless of how long it takes, you really put in the effort to achieving and attaining a goal. And I feel like you move slowly on purpose because you don't want to make mistakes. Okay, then we have the four, sorry. Then we have the 4 of Wands. Yeah, you dance to your own tune as well. Um, you know how sometimes when you're walking in front of someone or somebody's walking in front of you and it's just like they're taking too long, and you try to um well, with a car you would overtake them. I don't know what it's called when you're walking on the street. um but yeah, when you try to, let me just say, with a car, let's say somebody's driving slowly and you try to overtake them, but when you try to, they move in the direction that you're trying to move in. um I feel like I'm getting an image of the type of person that you are. I feel like um not that you're annoying, but you're the kind of person that you like to move at your own pace, at your own dance, and sing even at your own tune, that if somebody tries to change it, you stand in their way. um and you'll be surprised at how quick you do that. I feel like, for instance, if maybe you have, maybe if you're giving a speech, I feel like you know how to cut throats even though you're not confrontational. This is just an example, but I feel like if you're giving a speech and someone tries to rush you, I feel like you really know how to put them in their place. I'm picking up on Aquarius energy as well. I feel like you know how to put them in their place. And let me give another better example. I don't know. I just feel like if you set your mind on something, you do it at your own pace. And if somebody tries to rush you, you know how to quickly um, put them in their place, because you dance to your own tune. You don't let people boss you around or bully you. But at the same time, I'm not picking up that you're confrontational. I just think that when it's needed, you know how to put people in the place. You're very subtle in your energy. Even if you express yourself in anger, I feel like sometimes people don't take you seriously because either of your voice or the way you speak or how you express yourself. You're not loud. You're not too loud. And you're very calm as well. Right? And then we have the 7 of Earth or the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like you're very into, you see how he's looking away into that into the direction of the fairy. I feel like you're the type of person who would rather spend their time, I'm not saying you hate people or you don't want to be around people or anything. You may love company, but I feel like you have more time, you have more fun spending time with, not, I don't want to say non-inanimate objects, but like I don't want to say inanimate objects. I want to say something that doesn't have drama. So humans, well, can have drama at any given time. Their moods switch. So I feel like you're the type of person who would rather hang out with an animal, or you just rather spend time reading or watching a movie, or being outdoors in nature, anything that is I don't think you do it to avoid people. I just think you would rather really spend more time with yourself than with other people because of how unpredictable they can be sometimes. And when you are around people, I think that you know how to be present, but as soon as things get crazy or tense, I feel like you walk away. Um I'm just using an example. I'm not saying that you have this. Um what is this? It's not ADHD. It's the other one where you have you know when a kid has a hard time speaking, um, maybe because they were born that way or just they have problems with their speech. I forgot what it's called, and I feel like um you know how they sometimes get very very sensitive. They're very sensitive to anything, any senses around them. I feel like you're the type of person that when you're very sensitive if it's too loud or you feel you in tune as well. When I say that you're very intuitive, if it's too loud or you're feeling that the energy around you isn't as good as you want, I feel like you're the type of person to really get up and walk away. Can I just change my lighting for a minute? I'll be right back. So yeah, I'm also picking up that you, yeah, like if you're not comfortable in an environment, you do not mind walking away. Like you could literally be in the middle of nowhere with a group of friends and you'd find a way back home. Okay, then we have the Two of Fire or the Two of Wands. See how she's just, I don't know if it's a he or she, but like, let's just say, see how she's just on her own with that animal. Like I said, picking up on that energy of how you would rather be alone than be around humans. And not because humans repulse you or anything, but you're more comfortable um being around energies that you would feel understood by. All right. Like I said, some of you may get teased because of your tiny voice or you're slow or I don't know. You may feel like people get annoyed by you because of just how you are, and so you'd rather be alone. You'd rather be alone. Some of you spend most of your time alone, even though you do have friends. You're also sensitive to light. Um, Maybe you have skin issues or skin conditions, not issues, I'm sorry. Maybe you have a skin condition, maybe you have eczema, or yeah, I'm getting, maybe you just really have sensitive skin and you always have to wear sunscreen when you leave the house. That's also what I'm picking up on. Then we have temptation with the number 15 breaks down to 6. Look at how she's just chilling there. She's not really worried about all of those things. I feel like what would normally and typically excite someone doesn't excite you. If, for instance, you have friends who really go crazy over parties and concerts, you're the type of person who doesn't really get excited by that. I feel like you don't really get excited by not mundane, but the ordinary trendy stuff. I feel like you're the type of person who wouldn't really hop on a trend either. You'd rather create your own trend or just really not be involved in any trends at all. But I feel like you do create I feel like you are a trendsetter without realizing it. People do actually copy you a lot. As much as you may feel that you are annoying, I do feel that there are people who find you very um amazing and they do tend to copy you. Some people are very intimidated by how not shy but how quiet and laid back you are, because when you're quiet people never really know what you're thinking, and I feel like people who are around you constantly wonder what you have on on your mind. And then we have the fortune wheel and the number 10. um like I said, I feel like you dance at your own tune, and I feel like um people don't really expect that from you. You could spin the wheel, just you could like snap, not snap, but I feel like I don't know what expression to use, but I feel like at any given point, if you were put in that situation, you would know, like I said, how to put a person in their place. So you are quiet and you are reserved, but if need be, you know how to be cutthroat. and you know how to put an ending to a situation. You know how to tell people off. Um you know how to take charge. It's not that just because you're quiet you're weak or anything. It's just that's just your personality. That's how you are. But it has nothing to do with your strength. You're very powerful, especially with this magician card. You're very powerful and you literally can create anything that you want, even abundance, financial abundance. You're really good at manifesting that as well. So let's get into who you were in the past life. Divine, yeah, divine spirit. Who was powerful in the past life? The most recent previous life. Who was powerful in the previous life? Who was powerful in the previous life? Who was powerful in the previous? I feel like you were a carefree person. And can I get two more? Who was powerful in the previous life? You were a very carefree person and open to experiences. Thank you. And then we have the Hierophant. And the number 5. I feel like you were very in charge, and you were never really afraid to take charge. I feel like you were some kind of leader. I feel like take it how it resonates, but you could have a thing in this life for, or not a thing, like you could find an interest in human rights or civil rights or animal rights or anything that has to do, any patriotism as well, anything that has to do with being of service and giving, right? And I feel like you were that person in the previous life. You, I don't know why I'm getting Black Panther vibes and freedom fighter vibes. I feel like you were some kind of born free leader. Not born free, sorry. I feel like you were some kind of leader who would bring change so that people would be born free. So like I said, if it's apartheid, for instance, you were part of that movement as well. It doesn't matter what race you are. I feel like you just played a role in the breaking down of systems in the past that imprisoned people and kept them in restriction and kept them in an impoverished state as well. Um, I'm thinking about it will come to me. It will come to me. Then we have the 8 of Wands or the 8 of Fire. Yeah, I feel like you were a leader and you led the way everywhere you went, wherever it is that you traveled to, every step that you took, it left a light. Okay, I hear I'ma leave a light on. So I feel like wherever you traveled to, whatever you did, you left the light. Okay, you brought a change. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. So I feel like you were the type of person who influenced change and you fought for change, you fought for justice. So you were in that energy of fighting. And maybe this is why you're so calm in this life, right? Because in your previous life, you were constantly, not constantly, but most of the time, you were just in battle. You were fighting for freedom, you were fighting for justice, you were fighting for peace, whether it has to do with you or the people around you. You were always trying to bring change, and so you were caught up in a lot of conflict um between people and yourself. So I feel like in this life you're just resting, you're just enjoying, and this is why naturally you enjoy being on your own. um and then we have the number 19 and the Sun card. You brought a lot of victory, and it's making me think of the Leo and Lion energy. With number 2 there, it's making me think of the Leo and the Lion energy. And we had the number 1 in the Magician card earlier, and that makes me think of Leo energy as well. I feel like you really brought, earlier we had the number 1 with the Magician. I feel like you really brought change, and you were a fighter and you weren't afraid to step into that power to bring about that change. And you see how there are rays emanating from just her being and her existence. You brought light and you brought change wherever you went. And people loved you, but there were also some people who really hated you. There were some people who even wanted to assassinate you, is what I heard. Um, so I'm not saying you were Martin Luther King, but I'm saying you're giving off those vibes. You were really just the type of person who who really fought for change, and you stood up for what you believed in. And then we have the number 9 with the Hermit card. I don't think you were in Hermit as at all. I think what this is representing is um how you I'm hearing a lack. Not a lack. I think this is represent I feel that this is representing the, like I said, you were a fighter, you brought about change, and what this is representing is the change that needed to happen. So with the number 9 and how you're helping people in this state of restlessness, or in this state of not um action that wasn't taken, you took the change and you brought about action. All right, you took the first step to change whatever was in hermit mode, or no, let me not say hermit mode, but basically what was stagnant, what wasn't moving, what wasn't changing, you brought change to that. And I feel like you were globally recognized, or most countries knew about you, or because I feel like you were also in a group, a group of people who brought change, and I feel like people know about you. I don't know why I'm thinking about Desmond Tutu and Muhammad Ali, but I think those are just examples that are coming through of the kind of energy that you gave off. Um, yeah. And we have the Empress with number 3. I feel again, with that Sun card in the Empress, is making me think of how you were able to tap in to yourself, right, into the energy, because you knew how to come up with ideas and ways to bring change into the world. And people would always wonder, how did you think of that? How did that come? I feel like it was something that you already had within you. It was instilled within you from birth in that previous life. And so whatever challenges or whatever ideas you came up with to change things, people will always be shocked, right? People will always be like, how did you think of that? How did you know it was going to work? And honestly, you were trusting your intuition, you were trusting your inner guidance. That's how you knew. And I feel that you still have that intuition in this life. You still know how to step in. This is why I'm saying that you're not always quiet and laid back. If you have to put people in the place, you don't have a hard time connecting to that um powerful energy within you from that past life. It is still within you. And then we have the 10 of fire. Like I said, you brought things to end. All right. You brought an end to things. Sorry. You brought an end to things, not only cycles within your life, but things that weren't working in that previous life. Whether it was old systems, old way of thinking, old beliefs, you burnt it down. You may have even literally burnt buildings down. You may have literally did that. Um, may have literally done that. Oh my gosh. Because you understand, and I don't get a forceful energy, but anything that was, I feel like you were very peaceful but strong, and you were a warrior at the same time. So I feel like you were the type of person who would give people a chance to change, and if they didn't, you would do things your way. All right. So I'm getting 10,000 BC vibes. Um and apocalypto. I don't know why. Is it apocalypto? Yeah. So I feel like you would give people a chance to change, you give people a chance to repent. I don't know why I say repent, but if they didn't, then you would do things your way. So you would try and negotiate, okay? And if they wouldn't live up to their part of the deal, then you would literally, you had no issue stepping into that fire energy and really just taking things down, burning buildings. You had no problem making things hard for them. All right. This is you were really cool, and not that you're not cool in this life, but like, oh my gosh, you were really really cool. Let's get more into who you are in a previous life. Divine Spirit, who was powerful in your previous life? You were really awesome, man. And I get that you're still an awesome person. It's just that people don't get a chance to see that because you don't let them in. Divine Spirit, who was powerful in the previous life? Who was powerful in the previous life? I feel like you were also the type of person who would really provide shelter for the homeless, and also for the people who were running away from some kind of trouble. All right, divine spirit, who was powerful in your previous life? I feel like you were the type of person to come to when people were in trouble, and you'd always find. I'm getting an image of someone hiding people under a basement. Um, in the basement, not under. In the basement under the house, and I feel like you were the type of person who always made a home, who always made a home for strangers. So the basement wouldn't just be empty, like there would be beds and there'd be food and there'd be water, and it would feel like home, even though at that time they're fugitives. And I'm not getting that they would be, at that time they would have been fugitive from whatever law that was sanctioned at that time. And I'm getting that that law wasn't a good one, like apartheid, for instance. So yeah, you would be the type of person that they'll come to you. They'd literally come to you and you would like have a safe place for them. Then we have the three of air or the three of swords. I feel like you had a lot of people backing you up. Um this to me just represents how she's in front, and these three birds are just watching over her, especially because they have that bird's eye view. And I feel like wherever you went, you were so important and you were so special to whatever mission you had at that time in that life, that you had people. I don't want to call them personal bodyguards because you didn't even look at them in that way. They were just people who were there, who wanted to protect you, who wanted to be there to make sure that you were okay, because they understood your importance. They understood how um important it was for you to stay alive, basically. Then we have the ace of water or the ace of cups in reverse. And it's making me think of how, well, the ace card usually speaks of, beginnings and being a driving force and driving force to something, and being the yeah, being a driving force to something or for something. I feel like um with you, with whatever it is that you were doing, you didn't really feel like, I don't think that you saw yourself again with the three of air card and how she's being protected. I feel like you didn't really see yourself as the person who needed that protection, because you understood that what you were doing had nothing to do with you. It wasn't some kind of personal mission to gain notoriety, is that the word? Or some kind of fame. You were doing it because you understood that whatever it is that you were doing was to benefit the people around you. So um you didn't really care much about how people perceived you, whether good or bad. It's not because you weren't appreciative of them acknowledging you, but it was more of, you didn't want the spotlight to be on you, because you knew what you were doing was to impart and bring change, and impart knowledge and bring change into the world, and it had nothing to do with you being famous. um so you could still be that way in this life. You don't really like attention, but like, you appreciate being noticed every now and again, because everyone does. I mean, hello. And we have the king of earth, the king of pentacles. Again, you were a very good leader. You knew how to take a step back and connect and observe at I feel like you were even good at strategy. You really know how to, I'm getting an image of um a building that is barricaded. Okay, I feel like you knew how to strategize on how to go through those barriers. You knew how to even make sure that you got even one of the hardest places as well. You knew how to, because you were so observant and you paid attention to everything, even the way um people spoke, especially the people you were fighting against. You paid attention to that, so you knew their flaws. Um you knew the ins and outs of everything, and you were so good at whatever it is that you were doing, that you were even capable of convincing people to switch sides. So you even had people from the inside you even have people working from the inside with you to bring down the system. Ugh, um, I'm getting the song by Willow Smith. I don't have a president. What's the song? Uh, okay, it will come back to me. But it has something to do with basically, I don't wanna have. Oh, it was like, we won't be controlled by the system. I think that's the song. We won't be controlled by the system. We won't be. So that's the vibe you gave off. Um, and then we have finally the Queen of Air or the Queen of Swords. Like I said, you knew how to be this person. And even in this life, you still have that to you. You know how to be mothering, how to be, or let me say, you know how to connect to that feminine energy and just be caring and giving. But you also know how to be cutthroat, Aquarius energy coming through. You know how to be good and nice. But if you have to, you will really put a person in their place. You will really burn those houses down or those buildings down. And I feel like you have those traits within you in this life. As calm as you are, you still have that fire burning within you. You still have that energy. And maybe this is what people can sense, and this is why sometimes they're intimidated by you without even knowing who you are. Um, so yeah, powerful. Thank you for watching this reading. I hope that you enjoyed it because I definitely did. I think this was one of my best pals today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I already said that, but if you really enjoyed the reading, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on.